So many people mocked his voice when he just started. Others said he was just a rich kid playing around the industry with daddy's money. But you see this man, he cleared their doubts. He was a hard worker in disguise, just trying to find his foot in the industry. His name is David Adedeji Adeleke, aka he was born November 21st, 1992 to his father Adedeji Adeleke, a billionaire businessman, and his late mother Veronica Adeleke, who was a university lecturer. She passed when David was 10 years old. Growing up between Atlanta and USA, David was just supposed to play it safe, go to school, study business administration. He was even enrolled into Oakwood University, just do the natural thing and join the family empire. But this guy had other plans. He was buying instruments, learning production, and even forming a music group called KB International. And in 2011, he dropped out and moved back to Lagos, Nigeria. And his father was definitely not happy about this. This was outright rebellion. But you see, sometimes rebellion isn't about disrespect. It's about survival. He wanted his career to survive. And in 2011, he dropped a track titled Back When, featuring Netosi. Back when you were you ever broke? This song supposed vexing Papa until he dropped this. This song changed everything. It became an anthem in the clubs, on the streets, parties, everywhere you go, you heard this song. Then in 2012, he dropped a 17-track album titled Omo Baba Olowo. Critics called him different names. They said he was just experimenting with his father's money on music and was going to fizzle out very soon. But you see, the numbers didn't lie. He later even went further to study music in the Nigerian university. And this time, he graduated. He was first signed on to HKN Music, and in 2016, he formed his own record label, DMW. He was no longer an artist. He was starting to build his own empire, separate from his father's own. He then went on to sign more artists like Peruzzi, Dremodrizzi, Mayokun, and others. At this point, Sony Music came calling, RCA Records, international deals, and even the global stage. Lots and lots of brand ambassadorship deal, different adverts. This guy didn't even decide to rest. He fired down even more and dropped a second album called A Good Time. This album was dropped in 2019 and it had a lot of hits. Fall was one of those songs and it became longest charting Nigerian pop song in the Billboard history. Over 200 million YouTube views, and If hit 400 million. By now, Davido already had 3 children, and one was with his long-term partner and the absolute love of his life, Chioma Roland. He literally made a song about her in 2018. Even bought her a Porsche for her birthday. Their relationship was everywhere. But in October 2022, the unimaginable happened. Ifa and their 3-year-old son drowned in a pool in Banana Island. The entire music space stood still. It was silence everywhere. Even his rivals stopped posting anything at all. Nigeria mourned him, and Davido himself, he disappeared from the public eye. Cancelled shows, and the world thought, will he ever come back again?
Oh boy, you don't do too much. Smart talk, you don't do good talk.
March 2023, he dropped his 3rd studio album. No announcements, no extensive promotion, just 17 tracks of pure artistry. Features from like Skepta, Ashake, Focalistic, The Cavemen, and many more. It even debuted as #1 song on Apple Music in 17 countries. It was on Billboard's 200 with over 1 billion views in stream in 6 months across different platforms. He currently has a total of 5 studio albums. He has over 20 billion streams across all platforms and a couple of awards from BET, MTV, Mobo, Headies, amongst others. He has sold out the O2 Arena in London multiple times, Madison Square Garden, different tours around Europe, America, and Africa. But you see, Davido's story is not actually about the money or even the music. It's about the audacity to choose a path separate from the one written for you before you were born. And also about standing back up on your feet when life knocks you down so hard you forget what it is to even stand in the first place. What do you love about OBO?